Hello, friends. Hello. I hope you are having a beautiful day. I wanted to come on. The studio is all crazy right now. I'm getting ready to film the December energy update tomorrow, but I was gifted these options, these healing options for the full moon in Sagittarius by the Pleiadians this morning. And so I want to get them out there to you as soon as possible so you have a chance to take a look at them and see if it's something that you might be interested in. So what they've brought to me, and I'm just going to read the channeling because I just asked them, I can explain it too, but I thought it would be interesting to kind of hear it in their words. But what they are calling this is Pleiadian power boards, and they are healing boards, like grids, healing grids. And it's not just crystals; it's kind of multidimensional that we're going to start offering here for the TLC for the Soul family. This next one is coming up, time sensitive, for the full moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius. And I'm just going to read it the way it was channeled in, and then I will put all of this information in the description of this audio or video, depending on where you're listening to this. And if you have any questions about it after you take a listen or take a look, you can email me, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory. So they are saying, "Dear soul friends, we invite you to partake in a special offering for this auspicious full moon Sagittarius solar eclipse. We are coming in, along with many other guides, to create an energy board for your well-being." And they've got two boards that they want me to offer. So the first one is board 1, the Healing Intuitive Wellness Board. Tami, along with our assistants, will create a multidimensional grid of support for you and any physical issues that you need a greater level of support with. This board will also assist in identifying potential health areas that you have been overlooking and provide guidance and energetic support for those conditions. Tami will be guided to report back to you at the end of the session with a group update of what was identified and cleared. She will also respond to you individually if there's anything that requires additional attention with a healthcare professional or with our suggestions on supplements or alternative healing therapies you might consider. If you would like her to address a specific medical intuitive question, then she will provide additional instructions on how to work this in. Areas we will address in this healing board are clearing and balancing all multidimensional chakras and meridians, healing any cords or areas of inflammation in the aura, mental, emotional, and physical avatar. They said breaking any cords, but I think they're like, it's just a weird way of saying it, but breaking any cords that are no longer serving your highest good. And we'll also be doing a 24-dimensional light body boost of power to help you have more energy and to allow you to reach higher levels of energetic communication with your guides and higher self. So that board is one we'll be setting up so specifically for more like physical well-being kind of stuff, like it just kind of like it says, a medical intuitive board, but it also will be working on clearing and working with your multidimensional light bodies in those areas. And I think, other stuff would come in as well. So that is going to be, so group option means I'll create one board. If you buy that option or purchase that option, or however you want to say it, if you book that option, your name goes on the board, so your energy becomes part of that board, that group healing session. Once the session is complete, then I send a group email. So I just blind copy and I send everybody an email with what overall issues came up in the group that were healed, cleared. So we get it at a group level. If there is something that is of immediate urgency that they feel like a specific person needs to be aware of, I will reach out to you via the email that you provide when you pay for the service and bring that to your attention right away. But outside of that, if you have a specific question that is of a medical intuitive type of physical well-being type of nature, then you can ask that question, and there's an additional add-on to book that service. And then when the group healing is complete, I will respond to you, just you personally, via email with the answers to your question. So that service, the group board, is $44. And if you want to add the additional like personal question option, you'll add $20 onto that for a total of $66. Board number 2. So that's board number 1. Board number 2, pretty much the same concept, but they're calling this the Wealth, Love, and Destiny board. Tami will set up this board to address any areas in your current life that require attention in this now and any areas that are hindering your forward progress. She will also set up this board to identify and clear any past life issues or trauma that are impacting you currently in this now. This board is also shamanic in nature, and we will invite in power animals and other guides to join this circle. Again, you will receive a full report for the group of any areas that were addressed in the grid at a group level. If you would like Tami to address an individual question as part of this power board, then she will provide additional instructions on how to request this extra service offering. Areas we will address in this board are the following, but are not limited to: clearing karmic ties karmic ties that are causing imbalance, along with a healing and clearing boost for both parties. When you heal, both parties are essentially affected. We are not going against another's free will choice by doing work in this way. Areas in your now that are hindering your progress towards your goals, be it material wealth, career choice, or relationships concern. I can't talk today. It's been a long day. Or relationship concerns. This board will address all these areas. So very similar, same concept, but instead of having like a physical focus, like on a condition or medical intuitive type of thing, a healing, and for that, this board is more about all the other stuff, And I think they gave a very kind of limited bunch of areas. They just kind of left it up to whatever each person needs. And the same thing there. So at a group level, I'll set up the board for the group. Overall, we will work with whatever comes up at the group, and I'll, again, when the board is complete, when the session is complete, I will blind copy email everybody on what came up at a group level. If you want to book in the additional service where you can ask one question about any of those areas or anything outside of that health, wealth, love, and destiny, or your ascension or your enlightenment process or your spiritual journey. If you want to ask one question there, you can add an additional $20. And then when the board session is complete, I will email you individually with an update and answers to your questions based on what they've given me. The way this board works for this particular one, the reason they were saying it's time sensitive is I will create the board this coming Friday, which is, let's make sure we have all our ducks in a row, December the 3rd. I think the eclipse happens very early in the morning. So the board will run from the time I set it up on Friday all the way through into Saturday. So for 24 hours. Any healing that is happening for you, cord cutting, multidimensional healing, quantum energy healing, any of those activations or downloads, all that will be happening when you're sleeping, or if you set aside a specific time during that period, you can take a nap or whatever. It will happen during that time when you're resting, when you're in a resting state. So then they just close by saying, we want to thank you for considering our offer, and we will look forward to a very powerful and successful session. We want to thank you in advance for allowing us to be a part of your journey, the Pleiadians. So it won't just be the Pleiadians. Board number 1, the medical intuitive or healing, physical intuitive healing board, I know it's already going to be the Pleiadians. It's going to be the Arcturians, Master Hilarion, Archangel Raphael, and any other healing guides that want to step in. And then this other shamanic board, I don't know exactly yet who all we're going to get, so I would include that in the group session update at the close of the session, who all stepped forward to participate in that session, what all the energy work that was done and everything at the group level. So if any of that interests you at all, I'm really excited for these offerings. I've never done group boards. I mean, I have done group boards before, but I've never had them step forward and say, like, bring these boards, bring these healing options up to people specifically for this time period. So I have a feeling this is just going to become a regular offering. But if there's something you're interested in, all the stuff I just read, I will put in this show description with a link over to my website. I didn't put all the Mama Jam, all the stuff on the website. You can just read it in the show notes. If you want to book the service, you'll go to there's a link or a button or whatever to book, and then you'll book whichever one you want. I'll know if it's $44, you're in the group one, and if it's $66, you have a personal question you want me to address. And so when you pay, in the note section when you pay, just put your question. Make sure I've got your correct email address, everybody, because that's what I'm going to be responding to at the end of the session. So, if it doesn't hurt to just put it again in the notes section, your email address, just to make sure I have it, because I'm not so sure that it comes across in the PayPal, because it's through my PayPal. So I don't know, but let's just make sure we have it so you're not expecting an email that doesn't get to you because we don't have your correct information. So again, I'm really excited to be offering this. We've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We've got about 3 days. If you are listening to this kind of on Friday, I'm going to leave this up through Friday to be included on the board. But after that, I will take down the booking options, the buttons. So if you see the buttons gone, then it means you're kind of too late for this healing board. But know that we'll have others. And if you just want me to set up a personal Pleiadian power board for you, you just have to reach out to me via email, and and we will talk about how we can do that. I haven't gotten into that. I haven't got that far yet, but it'll be much the same. It'll just be like a board for one person. But anyway, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I want to go eat I don't know what time it is. I haven't eaten lunch today. So if this sounds exciting, then let me know. Otherwise, I will talk to y'all again soon. Take care.